So the coronavirus is forcing people to think about something that we should all be doing all the time, and that's washing our hands. I actually did a little experiment today, and I timed myself washing my hands, and 20 seconds felt like an eternity. But chances are very few of us are washing our hands long enough or often enough to kill the germs that we could all be carrying. The rule of thumb is a solid 20-second wash. It may not sound like a long time, but trust me, it feels like a long time, at least at first. But according to the CDC, most of us only spend 5 seconds washing our hands, which really sounds incredible. You should be lathering the backs of your hands, going between your fingers, even under your fingernails. If you follow these guidelines, a majority of germs will be washed down the sink. And many of us are turning to hand sanitizers or disinfecting wipes to try to stay healthy, especially when we're on the go. But how effective are they? Doctors say there are a lot of factors to consider here. The biggest thing is the alcohol content. If you can't wash your hands with soap and water, you'll want a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, and that's right on the label. Experts at the CDC say that anything lower than that really isn't effective. Another thing to keep in mind is how much hand sanitizer you use. It has to be enough to cover both of your hands, and then you have to let it dry. If you wipe it off before then, it isn't going to work. And when it comes to wipes, experts say they are your best friend, especially in public places like grocery stores or the gas station. Plastic handles on grocery carts are more porous, making it the perfect place for germs to live and thrive on. All in all, doctors say, when in doubt, sanitize. The only problem you might run into is actually finding hand sanitizer. A lot of people have fallen into the hoarding mentality, emptying shelves of hand sanitizer, wipes, and toilet paper, and that's forcing a lot of people to sort of brew their own. But does that really work? Is it effective? The World Health Organization has recipes on its website. They combine ethanol, hydrogen peroxide, water, and a bonding gel. The WHO recommends glycerol, but aloe vera gel works just as well. And the key here, again, is the alcohol content. So make sure it's got at least 60% or higher. Once you've got your ingredients, combine them in a large jar or container, and you'll have a functioning hand sanitizer. One of the times we're most vulnerable to coronavirus is when we're sleeping. We reached out to Dr. Bruce Davidson, who's a respiratory infection expert. Davidson says coronavirus settles below your voice box, in your airways, and deep inside your lungs. You can breathe in the particles, and that's how you get it. But according to Davidson, you can also get it by aspirating fluid with coronavirus in it from your nose or your throat. Aspirating is when you accidentally inhale food or liquid. Research suggests that about half of all people aspirate in their sleep. So what can you do about it? Davidson recommends changing your bedtime routine. Blow your nose before you go to bed. Brush your teeth and your tongue. Gargle with some sort of an antiseptic mouthwash like Listerine. All of them are easy steps that we can all take to be a little bit safer. Now let's talk about social distancing. It's a safety measure that health leaders are implementing across the world. We preach it here every day. But it doesn't have to mean socially disconnecting while we stay so close to home, farther away from others. So the big question is, how do we stay positive? We talked with Dr. Dan Bristow about the issue. He's a psychiatrist who counsels people through turbulent times. Here's what he recommends. If you're working from home, keep your regular routine. Write it out and stick to it. Take breaks by all means. Step away from the work and all the news to try to clear and settle your mind. And eat when you normally eat. Your body and your mind are used to sticking to a routine, so stick to your routine. And keep your normal sleep schedule. It may feel like a vacation at first, but uneven sleep can add to your stress. You may find yourself glued to your work or your screens. Stop and go outside. Get some fresh air and daylight. That'll help reduce stress. Go for a walk. 20 minutes of exercise can lower blood pressure and calm your mind. Try not to sit around all day. Get up and move around. Stretch or do yoga. Namaste. This is good any day, but it really helps when your stress is high. It's hard not to want to keep up with everything in the news, but try to limit your social media. Constant scrolling can actually lead to feeling more disconnected. Posts on social media can also be misleading and full of misinformation. So getting the facts from trusted sources will help settle your fears and bring the news into better perspective. Also, try using social apps and video calls to stay connected with family and friends, even if they're just across town or next door. Check in and ask how they're doing, and share how you're doing as well. Be open. Try having an online party. We humans like connecting with others, and gatherings help bring us together, even when we're apart. Be realistic with yourself. A new socially isolated routine will take time to figure out, so give yourself that time. Set reasonable expectations. Give yourself the time to work out the details, and don't expect to be as productive right away. You'll get there. You have to build new habits into your new temporary life. Social distancing can be especially difficult for seniors and people living with dementia or Alzheimer's. There are ways, though, to stay in touch with loved ones while still maintaining that safe distance. Powerful images are being shared across the country, showing families communicating by any means possible, even talking through windows. For caregivers and families watching over those with dementia or Alzheimer's, explaining why distance is necessary is key. Heidi Roll is a program director for the Alzheimer's Association. She suggests keeping the flow of information simple and not overwhelming.
Just explaining to people that, right now there's a virus going around. It's highly contagious. We want to stay inside. We want to wash our hands. We want to practice social distancing.
Another thing she suggests is stocking up on prescriptions if you can.